Hi guys, Isabella Greene here with my visions and dreams stories. Today I would like to share with you an outstanding experience that I just had in my solstice meditation. Summer solstices seem to bring a really intense visions and meditation experiences for me. A lot of these experiences happen to me pretty much every day, but some really stand out, like the one that I spoke about in the previous video in Visions and Dreams series that talks about Nordic Pleiadian and the meeting with Divine Mother. This one was very different, and I am excited to share with you. So I started, it was at about 9:24 p.m., right at the time when the solstice was peaking, the summer solstice 2017, June 20th, 9:24 p.m. I put a playlist together for myself for meditations because I wanted to offer my energy and expansion, and also the energy of co-creation in that solstice corridor, in that powerful energy. And I wanted to have a guided experience. I actually used the meditation that is my own, that's now available on Unite the Collective, and I'll have the link in the comments. It's the co-creation of ascension meditation, and it basically takes you out of your body and brings your focused energy onto whatever intention, and the intention in that meditation is co-creation of awakening of humanity and co-creation of ascension. So I made a playlist. I put that meditation first, and I followed it with the meditation by Sandra the meditation that's called Christ Consciousness and Unity Meditation. I think it's called Christ Consciousness Expansion. I will have that link for you in the comments as well. So I sat down and started following the meditations. One thing here, I'm not all so insanely into myself that I listen to my own meditation. The thing is that the energy and the force that comes through me when I do these guided meditations for you guys is not really me. So it works on me and for me just as much as it works for you. And every time I listen to that specific meditation, I get the tingles, and my hair stands up on my arms, and it's a powerful experience because it doesn't even sound like my voice to me, and the energy is the higher self for sure. So these are channeled, very much channeled, or actually not channeled. Channeled is not the right word. It's more of me connecting this physical vessel that speaks on video or in meditation to the higher selves, or the other aspects of myself that are outside of this density, and that's what creates these meditations. So I started with that meditation, and it took me out of my body so far that at the end, when it says wiggle your toes and move your fingers and drop back into your body, I dropped back into a whole different body, into a whole different timeline, and a whole different reality. And I could see my feet, and my feet were bare and with dark skin, and I was in the middle of a Middle Eastern marketplace. And in that body, I started looking around and seeing the space that I recognized, that I've been in that space in this lifetime too, but also in that previous timeline, in this previous lifetime that I was all of a sudden tapping into through that meditation. that fascinated me. And so the Sandra Walters meditation was playing and asking me to do that expansion, the beautiful process of expanding into on the global level and the cosmic level, and bringing in that incredible energy. And as I'm doing all that, I'm kind of looking at myself from the cosmic level, and I'm seeing a very happy Asian woman in that village in the Middle East. It's called the Village of the Artists, and I visited it few years ago, many years ago. I visited it, and I had that super nostalgic feeling in that space in the village. It's a little village in the mountains. I believe it's on the Palestinian territory, and I was able to take a tour in there when I visited that region. And I remember the feeling of kind of knowing what's around every corner, and that feeling just stayed with me. It was so wild. But I completely forgot about that. That was over 10 years ago, and so now I drop back into that timeline, and I'm seeing my aging body. I'm the elderly woman in the Village of the Artists, and I know, and I'm on the market selling my products, and I've always had that super strong attraction to products made out of clay, pottery, and also this kind of Middle Eastern pottery and handcrafted gifts that they make, and handcrafted objects that they make. And I'm seeing, and this is this lifetime, right? So I'm seeing myself as the maker of these, and I'm that woman selling that in the market, and I can smell the market. So I'm sitting in meditation, so smelling that market, experiencing that type of, and experiencing my old body, my aging body, or the body of an old woman at that time. And at the same time, because, multidimensional brain is happening, so at the same time I'm traveling realms with Sandra Walters meditation, and I'm looking down already onto Earth. An aspect of me is simultaneously looking down onto earthly experience, and Earth as a planet itself, and I'm completely gone. I'm in space already. I'm connecting with the divine. I'm connecting with the universal, multiversal perspective and the state of being. And at the same time, I'm experiencing the lady, the older lady, and as I'm looking at her from that higher realm, I'm experiencing a super strong sensation of nostalgia for the human experience. And guys, that's the first time ever, because I've always experienced incredible nostalgia for the cosmic experience, for the higher self experience, for the higher dimensional experience, for being a part of source, for being having awareness of being a part of source, being in the unity, having the awareness of oneness. I've always had that super nostalgic feeling for that, and that's why I used to cry in my meditations, because once you tap into that, you experience that, you realize how separated you are in the human space in 3D, and that always brought tears into my meditative space, that nostalgic feeling. But here I am receiving a completely opposite perspective. I'm already in the non-physical, and I'm looking down on that older woman in the artist's village in the Middle East, and I'm feeling this intense nostalgia for the human experience, for having the body, for being able to create that pottery, to touch that clay, to touch the earth, to walk the earth with my bare feet. And her feet, I can see her feet are all caked up in mud or in dust, and she's walking bare feet through that market. And she has a little like a house, like a hut, and like a little space where she lives. I don't know if it's a part of a family or not, but I'm just haven't seen her. I'm not seeing any of her family at that point. And then I'm moved to experience a space where she's leaving the body. She's passing on to the other side, and that soul connects back to what I'm experiencing through Sandra Walter's space. That soul is pulled right back into that space of unity and oneness, and that nostalgic feeling for the human experience, it remains. And the next thing I see is me, or not see, but I experience, is me dropping into this physical form. And here I am, sitting in that meditation, and everything comes together. It's like all of these timelines are pulled into that moment when I'm having that realization that here I am in this body, on this timeline, in this incarnation, Isabella Greene, having the cosmic perspective and having the human perspective, and having a super incredible appreciation for the human experience. This is the first time ever. I've always been saying, oh, what am I doing here? I want to go back to space. All this human experience is heavy, and I'm carrying this body, and I want to get out. And that's been my state of mind since I remember myself. And here all of a sudden, all of that is lifted, and I'm experiencing this joy and appreciation for the human experience. And I'm so excited to have the body and have my hands and have my feet to move and to walk and the planet. And because I'm looking at the planet now from the galactic, intergalactic space that Sandra Walter's meditation took me, or helped me to get to, and I'm seeing the little planet, the beautiful blue planet underneath me. And at the same time, I'm feeling my body in gravity, being pulled down and connected to this planet, really, really merged with the planet, with the human consciousness, with the human experience. And I'm so happy in that moment. I'm feeling this joy. And that's the first time ever. So I wanted to tell that story and share this with you because that moved me profoundly. The next day, I wasn't planning to do that. Am I gonna cry right now? Wow. Wow. The next morning, I was woken up by myself at 4:20, which is a common time for me to wake up. And I was so excited to get on the land. It said, hey, my inner state was like, hey, let's go. Let's have the human experience. Let's walk the land. Let's feel the earth. Let's put the feet in the water, which I did later at the creek. But first I went to Cathedral Rock, which is luckily right across the street from my house. So I went there, and I left the house. It was still dark. And I was so excited to see the planet and the stars fading and the sky lighting up and the sun and that glare of the sun and the sun coming up and just that beauty of being here. Oh my God. Wow, I just moved myself to tears. Guys, this is the first time ever. So, happy solstice. If you'd like to experience these meditations, I don't think it has to be in the solstice energy. I think it might create a miracle for you as well, and it will probably be a miracle of your own. So I'll have the links in the comments. That's co-creation of Ascension Meditation on Unite the Collective YouTube channel. Team Light presents, with me guiding you through meditation. It's only 10 minutes long, and the second one is 30 minutes long by Sandra Walter, which truly is a magical, magical space that she creates. Thank you for listening today and for receiving my story. I love you. Take care. Namaste.